Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your Table Talk Thursday. Excuse me for a second. I have some Dobby fur on me. We were doing hug time. So, yeah, Dobby gives great hugs. Anyway, welcome to our Table Talk Thursday. As per usual, we are pulling from our Table Topics Cube. You know, I I just want to say, oh wow, y'all can't see that. That's a horrible angle. But you can see like these are the ones that we've done so far, and these are ones that we have not. Yeah, we're gonna be at this for a while. So anyway, if you would like to get your own Table Topics cube, you can get the link down below. Sends you directly to the manufacturer's website. No Amazon link there. So you can get your own Table Topics cube similar to this one. This one is not produced anymore, at least not that I found, but you can get one that's similar with different themes and whatnot. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the particulars. Thank you to our patrons on Patreon. We have Sophia and Linda. Thank you very much for being patrons on Patreon. If you would like to be a patron on Patreon, link is down in the bottom bar there, the description box. Um, that money goes towards helping us start a Christo-Pagan church here on YouTube. And yeah, if you would like to support me as an individual, you can click on the eBay link down below. That will take you to my eBay store. That helps me keep the lights on and, get fun things like, another Table Topics cube whenever this one is done. Something like that. If you do not have the finances to support me or the endeavor for a Christo-Pagan church, that is fine. There are other ways that you can show your support. For one, you can hit the subscribe link right down here, that little subscribe button. You can hit that bell icon so you get notified whenever new videos come out. If you've done all that, hit the like or dislike button. Doesn't matter to me. It all appeases the algorithmic gods of YouTube. All hail the algorithmic gods of YouTube. If you have done all of that, hit up the comment section down below. Tell me what your view is on this particular question. And if you have done all of that, and if it is safe for you to do so, consider sharing this on your social media platforms. Always much appreciated. Yeah, I have incense going here, and I have been craving the Nong Champa incense for like the last 4 or 5 days, but I haven't like sat at the desk long enough or had the situation where I'm like, oh okay, I haven't been motivated enough to actually light one, which is weird because they are literally right in this this little desk drawer right next to me on my right hand side. Very easy to grab. Lighter's right here. It's not like it was a hard thing to do, but I have been craving Nong Champa incense. So if you see the smoke flying around, and if I go like this, that's probably why. That or, like I said, Dobby and I were having hugs, and I am covered in dog hair right now. But we're just going to go bypass all of that, and we're going to go into today's topic. Let's see what it is. Who is your hero? Oh, this is a tough one. Because whenever we're talking about heroes, they always say don't meet your hero, because like most of the time whenever you meet somebody that you idolize or look up to, or you start looking into their life more and more, you start to realize that they are not all of what they seem to be or as they appeared to be. And it's a highly disappointing venture. So I try not to have heroes. And the ones I do are like activist types. And here's the thing whenever we're talking about heroes. Because we have to understand that just because somebody is a great person overall or a great person now, doesn't mean they always have been. And it doesn't mean that they always will be. To answer the question in a quick term, one of my heroes is Johnny Cash. Now, he did have a lot of problems. He had a lot of issues, and he wasn't shy about saying that he had issues. Um, but I think that he was one of those individuals that would be very supportive of a lot of things that I also support. However, I think that he would be on the conservative side of the abortion issue that is being forefront right now. Um, but I think that overall he was a very open-minded individual, especially for the time that he grew up in and the times that he was in. I think he was very open-minded for the most part. Now, there are certain things that he did that were absolutely horrendous, such as setting fire to, I think it was like half the side of a mountain, and all made a certain type of condor go either extinct or close to extinction. Yeah, I mean, absolutely horrendous things, and he writes about that in his autobiography and whatnot. And I mean, he kind of writes in the style of he's kind of laughing it off, or that he makes light of it. But I think looking back now, he, if he were alive today, would look back and say, yeah, it was a horrible thing that I did. They were wild times, and I was a horrible person, that was dependent on drugs and alcohol at the time. And unfortunately, things like that have happened. And I think he would make a choice to try to change who he was and the views that he had at the time. And yeah, I think he would. I think he would be a much better person. I think he would become more well-rounded as far as his outlook on certain things and whatnot. Um, yeah, he certainly was not shy about saying, he had some horrible parts of his life, and has treated some people absolutely horrendously. And I think that, you know, look, looking back, he would say, "I wish I could take it all back. I wish I could do stuff differently. I wish that I did not treat so and so this way." Um, in particular, his first wife. There was a lot of contention there. Yeah, abuse. Let's just call it as it is. Um, but a lot of that was because of the drugs and alcohol. Not saying that that would be a sole excuse of it, but I'm saying that that was a contributing factor. That if he was not doing those things, that he might have been a completely different person. Again, does not excuse the actions, but as far as a person as a whole, I would say that he would be kind of a hero to me. But certainly not somebody that I would say is flawless. And I think that's the one thing whenever we're talking about heroes that we really have to be mindful of. If somebody were to say that I were to be their hero, for one, I'd be absolutely flattered, but I would tell them, no, please don't. Because there are times in my life that I was an absolute horrendous human being. Um, again, I was more evangelical than just conservative. I was an atrocious human being that just wanted things to be basically Christianized everywhere. And that is not the answer. I have argued the point of, no same-sex marriage at one point, fully realizing that it would hurt me absolutely because I was not open with myself as to who I was. And just for somebody to say that I was their hero, even now, it's like, no, because I'm not the best person that I can be. I'm still working on me, please don't put that pressure on me. And I think that would be that would be something that I would kind of say, please don't. I mean, you can look up to me for certain things, but overall, please don't have me as a hero. Um, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I got notifications on my watch. Um, yeah, don't have me as a hero, please. Please, I was a horrible human being at one point. You can say, certain aspects I admire, maybe, but yeah, I don't like the term heroes anymore because they've become absolutely depressing in the way that they actually turn out. Uh, Case in point, I once looked up to Bill Cosby. This is before all of the stuff came out about him and how horrible he actually is to fellow human beings, not just women, but to other individuals within the industry of show business and comedy and whatnot. How he was an absolute atrocious human being to be around. And then came out all the stuff about him and what he did, with women, the abuse and whatnot. YouTube has a thing against the R word, so I'm just dancing around that for that reason. But let's call it what it is. So yeah, I still have Bill Cosby albums that I would like to listen to without having the stigma of, because it's still funny. They're funny routines and all that. But I don't want to, I have them, but I really don't want to listen to them because of what he has done and the horribleness that it has happened. And that's something that I struggle with. It's like, do I appreciate the art but hate the artists? That type of thing. And I've talked about this before. How I would have to separate myself between the art and the artist, and being able to appreciate the art without appreciating the artist at all. And that's still something that's so fresh right now with him, that and the fact that he got out of jail. It's something that's so fresh that it's hard for me to even put one of those albums on a turntable, if I had a turntable that was in here and plugged in at the time. But it's something that's so difficult to actually come to terms with, that I would even want to listen to that right now, knowing what I know. Even though I enjoyed a lot of it back in the day. So, this is the reason I don't like to have heroes anymore. Oh, I do apologize. That's my notifications on my computer now. But that's the reason I don't like to have heroes anymore, is because they disappoint you. Now, I'm sure that if I bring up Scott Cunningham, there's going to be something in his past that, we can sit there and say, oh, he was horrible at this. Or Raymond Buckland, or Christopher Penzak, or somebody, living or dead. We can come up with something that's like, okay, this part of them was absolutely horrible. Or they said something that now they wish they could take back, that now they don't agree with that stance. There are certainly things here on YouTube that I have put out in video form, and both here and on the Pagan Perspective, that I now look back on and say, yeah, no, I was completely wrong. Please do not take that as my stance now. Absolutely not. And if you watch my videos from the beginning, and if you do, thanks for the view time, but yeah, there are some things out there that I absolutely don't agree with anymore, that I would say, no, old Rich, you're dumb, or younger version of Rich, you are dumb, stop it. So yeah, I have a hard time with this hero concept, but yeah, I don't know. I can't even picture a fictional hero that is completely good in my mind. Like, think Buffy the Vampire Slayer. every one of those characters are flawed in some way, shape, or form. Heroic at times, absolutely. Willow, love her, but you know, she goes dark at one point, almost ends the world. Spoilers, you know, if you have not watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, shame on you. Giles, absolutely wonderful most of the time, but there are times whenever he is a crap human being. You know, Buffy, same thing goes. Xander, absolutely not. But yeah, I mean, there's not even fictional characters that I can base that would that I can name that would have the basis of being a hero and not have something horrific that they have done that I would not want to give. Um, I would not want to give space to. So yeah, I, I'm sorry, I'm going on a long tangent here, and I'm just gonna wrap this up. But do tell me if you have a hero. Um, who is your hero? Let me know in the comments down below if you make your own video in response to this. Do let me know down in the comments. Say, hey, I did a response video to this because YouTube be flagging, you know, whenever you put links in the comments and whatnot. But yeah, that is definitely a thing. Anyway, yeah, who's your hero? Or what's your idea of this whole hero concept? Is this something that we need to get rid of? Is it? I don't know. But that is our question for this week. Let me know your thoughts in the nether regions down below. And until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye.